All right, guys, welcome back to the second episode now of the Retriever Handler podcast.
Back in our camping chairs.
They say the first one's the hardest.
Yeah.
So here we are, episode 2. Oddly enough, we just got done shoveling chicken poop.
Yeah.
Bethany's parents have 11 chickens.
They're actually my chickens, and me and my sister have chickens that are being raised at my parents' house.
That's what you want to call it. That's fine.
But my dad helps out a ton with them. He didn't want these chickens in the first place, so
can't blame them.
We appreciate.
So the eggs we get are awesome.
Chicken eggs. Straight organic chicken eggs. They're really good.
But yeah, that didn't take long. That was kind of easier, a lot easier than I remember when I first started dating you. And I'm starting to think it was a little bit of like an initiation where I had to shovel. With your help too. At that point, you had 3 horses.
Yeah.
And we would spend like an entire day shoveling horse poop out of the stalls and into whatever, and then going to dump it. That sucked.
That's how me and Jordan used to hang out when we were dating. We used to shovel.
But then 3 or like 5 years later, your dad was just like coming down on the sign or like, just whipping it and then just going in and taking a bucket full. I'm like, where the hell was that 5 years ago? I'm in there by hand and he's coming in 20 minutes in and out. I'm like, well, damn, that was nice.
Yeah, it for sure was an initiation. He wanted to know if you'd work hard.
I made it, I guess, because we're still here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Quick weekend recap. Friday, we went out to Valentine's Day.
No, we didn't go out for Valentine's Day.
No, Friday was your parents' house, which was fun. We had a good time over there. Saturday morning, we goose hunted.
Yeah.
And
wasn't a good turnout.
Got skunked, which didn't happen much this year, but that's what happens. We had plans of going to one field. We showed up around 5 a.m. Lo and behold, there was a truck there already. I went to go talk to him. And he's like, yeah, we're hunting here. So we had a plan B, which was good. But turns out we went to plan B, that field, which is somewhat close to where we were. We saw a headlamp kind of where we wanted to go. So me and Aunt Kathy went down and talked to him. And he's like, yeah, we're hunting here. He was a real nice guy. He was like 14 feet tall. So I've never seen anyone that tall. And yeah, they hunted on one part of the field. So we had to go to plan C. We hunted the same farm, but I don't know. The energy it just got sucked out. I mean, going to 2 different spots and both of them being, filled with people, not filled, but taken. You could just tell the energy was kind of gone. We did as best as we could. None of us shot. We didn't shoot at all, right?
We didn't shoot at all. We got a few that were close and a pair that flew right over our heads. I mean, I was standing up at this point because I was like stretching my legs because we haven't seen anything in a while. And I mean, these birds were as quiet as could be. And they just flew right over us. And I look up and I'm eating a piece of bread. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's geese above us. And it was just way too quick for us to grab our guns.
I never even saw them. They were in and out. The group beside us, they did kill one. We saw them kill one. So I guess if it's good that at least somebody killed some geese in that field. I mean, we see, easily probably 300 to 500 geese there.
Yeah.
I mean, I call it like a junior time of tuning. So it's like, it's a lot of fun because there's a ton of birds there. And the ducks were quacking constantly behind us in the creek. So that's fun too. And turkeys were gobbling. So that's good to hear. But all in all, not that great because we didn't kill any.
Yeah. We took Deuce, and he was not happy with us that he didn't get to fetch anything, but he just likes going along for the fun of it.
He never gave up. He has his eyes to the sky the entire time.
Exactly.
It didn't take him long. Pilot too. It didn't take them long to figure out that the birds come from up above. So, and there's a bunch of pigeons because we're hunting a farm. So he's like constantly just locked in on those pigeons. And it's like, hey, buddy, we can't shoot these. Yeah. At least not right now.
I think he heard the ducks too, though, because his attention was to the creek.
So yeah, not the greatest hunt, but we have one more. This Saturday's the last day. We'll see what we can do. Sunday, I was beat, so I just sat down and watched the Daytona 500 all day long.
Yeah, what did we do Sunday? Oh, we went out to breakfast.
Oh yeah, we went out to breakfast
with your family. My family. We went to mass and then we went to breakfast with his family, which was so good.
Yeah.
And then yeah, you just couch rotted all day on Sunday.
I just had the race on, fell asleep like 12 times, which was cool. The race wasn't the greatest. I really, really enjoy Daytona racing. So I don't, a lot of people didn't like the race, but I didn't mind it.
Why didn't a lot of people like it?
Like they were saving fuel like way too much, and they just said it's not like the old Daytona used to be. And
you didn't think that though?
I mean, yeah, but like we're not going to change anything. So,
no,
the one thing what's up?
No use in complaining.
No, the one thing that I truly don't understand, and this kind of goes to the Super Bowl too. I mean, Tyler Reddick won the Daytona 500, and you would have thought he just won like a normal race afterwards.
He didn't celebrate at all.
I mean, yeah, he like jumped in with his team, but like I'm expecting like tears,
Yeah, like oh my gosh, wait, it was his first?
Yeah,
ever.
Which I mean, your name is etched in history, and you're almost just treating it like a normal regular season win. Like Dale Earnhardt, it took him 20 tries to win it.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people out there that have never won it.
Did he like go to his team and?
Yeah, I mean, he jumped into like his team and everything, but the same thing like with the Super Bowl. Like they won the Super Bowl when Sam Darnold was like, it's something is really, really weird nowadays where there's just like no emotion when winning big things, and I truly don't understand it.
It's like ego a little bit, like I'm not going to celebrate too much. Like,
why?
I'm gonna.
The Super Bowl, you did what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, maybe it's the opposite of ego. I'm thinking of like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like I want to act like a little like cool. Like I want to be cool about it. Is that what they're trying to do? I
have no clue. But when I was a kid, I mean, when the Steelers won, people were crying. Hines Ward was crying. Jerome Bettis crying. I mean, I can't even imagine that feeling of this is what you worked for, and now I'm a Super Bowl champion. Like I'm getting chills just thinking about it, or a Daytona 500 champion. And that these guys are just like, yeah, well,
we'll
see what we can do next week too. It's like, what?
Yeah, that's odd. So I don't know what that is.
So weird. But it was a good race. I enjoyed it. Chase was there at the end and kind of got left out to dry, and Reddick was in the right spot at the right time.
I heard you. I didn't watch it. You were in our room watching it, but during the end, you were like really rooting for Chase for some reason. Was he like second or something?
Yeah, there was back in front of him. They didn't throw the yellow, thank God. And then Chase was winning, and I'm like, oh my God, he's going to do it. But then he was like got sucked in the middle, so he just flew back, and then Reddick was just in the right place at the right time, and Michael Jordan got his first Daytona 500 victory too as a car owner, which was cool to see.
I didn't know that.
People, or just some of these comments, it's like, well, that's what NASCAR wanted, MJ to get his first. And it's like, I mean, yeah, that's I think it's good for the sport, but it's not like you can fix a Daytona 500 race. I mean, there's just way too many things that...
You can fix anything.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not saying that they said that, that it was fixed or anything, but some of these comments, you can tell it. That's maybe what they're getting at, but...
Are you happy with who won? Do you like this guy? No, you don't like him?
He used to race at Lernerville a lot.
Oh, really?
Firecracker.
Lernerville is a little racetrack by us.
So that, I mean, I don't not like Tyler Reddick, but it would have been a lot cooler if Chase would have won.
Yeah. You love Chase.
But it's cool for MJ. I'm happy for them all, and Denny Hamlin, so it could have been worse. Another funny story, you said Mass, made me think we were at Mass yesterday for Ash Wednesday.
Oh my gosh.
And we sit down, and I don't know why, but I happened to look down, maybe because I felt a draft. But I looked down, and there's a giant hole. And these are new jeans, like for Christmas.
Didn't finish. A giant hole in his crotch.
In the crotchal region.
Of his pants.
And I was like, oh my
Okay, God. But we're exaggerating a little bit because it wasn't like a gaping hole. It was okay. Yes, but if you really looked hard, you could see your underwear, but it wasn't it wasn't like, oh my gosh, like he has a hole in his pants, everybody was looking. Like you could easily cover it up, but it was a pretty, it was a large hole.
And I was like, oh, my hands will cover it like when I stand up. No, it was too far down, and I guess I thought my arms were a lot longer than they are.
It's between you and God.
Yes, but
church.
I just couldn't stop thinking about that. I'm like, and I had to like walk like a penguin, so people couldn't tell.
And to make sure it didn't rip anymore.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was bad. So those are now in the trash. American Eagle.
Brand new pants. They got them for Christmas.
Yep. And it's not like I'm like busting at the seams at these things.
Yeah, you weren't.
But
the stretch was a little bit too stretched.
Yes, yeah, the stretch wasn't great. Dinner on Saturday night, we missed that, right? We didn't talk about the dinner.
Oh, no, yeah, we didn't talk about the dinner. I had a horrible migraine at dinner, and it happened a little bit right before dinner. I kind of knew it was coming. We hunted all day. Like I didn't get much sleep the night before, and I was just like, it was just like a lot that day, and it was the worst migraine I had in a while, and I was like nauseous during dinner, so I really didn't get to enjoy the Valentine's Day dinner. And I was sad because I really wanted to try this place.
Yeah, I had the steak hoagie. It was good. Nothing to write home about, but
it was like very average. Like it wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is the best meal ever. I mean, it definitely wasn't for me, but
the only thing I didn't like is the people beside us were like right beside us. So, we're listening to a conversation, they're listening to ours. I had my head down eating coleslaw. And what I thought was Bethany saying, what are we doing later? I was like, I don't know, probably watching a movie. Turns out it was a lady beside me talking to her husband. So,
yeah, and if you've ever been to Cheesecake Factory, it's kind of the similar like setup where the tables are so close together, especially if there's like two people, and it's like boom, 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 boom. So we were right on top of the other guys, and yeah, I just was like, I hope I don't puke all over this table right now because I'm so nauseous, and then like spoil everybody else's dinner. That's how that went.
But yeah, it could have been better, but came home, had some dessert, and I don't know, I think we did watch a movie, I don't remember.
Yeah, we watched Cheaper by the Dozen.
Oh yeah. Good movie.
An oldie but a goodie.
It was fun to Ashton Kutcher in that movie just kills me.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
But I guess the main title of this episode would be Pilot Induce's story and how we've got to where we are today. So yeah, do you want to kind of give a glimpse of kind of why we started Webbed Outlaw Retrievers?
So Webbed Outlaws was supposed to be a dog training business. And well, it still is. We still have the Instagram. We're still kind of trying to see what it looks like. But it was supposed to be a dog training business where we would sell duck dogs, and we would sell them to people who wanted to duck hunt or, participate in HRC tests. And
started duck dogs,
I should say, yeah. And so we kind of just flew by the seat of our pants and purchased 2 dogs out of the blue. And I think it was only supposed to be one. Wasn't it only supposed to be one?
Yeah, it was supposed to be.
When we first started.
Then I talked to someone, and she was like, well, if you're doing one, you might as well just double your money and do 2 at the same time. And I was like, that kind of makes sense. But then why stop at 2?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we don't have a big enough house for one extra dog at all. We didn't even have room in our house for these 2 dogs. But we weren't planning on keeping them. So we were planning on raising Pilot and Deuce until they were probably about 1 year old is the cutoff that we decided. And we were going to sell them to duck hunters or people who wanted to participate in HRC tests. And, that was going to be it. That was going to be the way that we started our business. I will say, though, our thought process behind that, we did not realize how hard it would be to part with these dogs, 1. And 2, the reason why we kind of went the way we did was we really wanted to build our resume, is how I best explained it, I guess. We wanted to, we have Brantley, that we talked about that last episode, and he has his started in season titles, but that's really the only dog that we've ever trained to get to that level before. So we wanted to build our resume with these 2 dogs and kind of start from scratch. Because if we were to start to market and say, hey, let us train your dogs to the started level, we don't really have, I mean, we have experience with 1 dog to back that up, but we don't have a lot of experience as much as these other trainers do that would probably get the clients sooner than we did. So that's kind of why we wanted to start with Pilot and Deuce and build our resume up from there.
Yep.
I'll let you continue.
Yeah, so I was just looking around for breedings, and a lot of people were also telling me to kind of go off what Bethany said. Like, if you want to become a dog trainer, then maybe just train a couple started dogs and then sell them, just so people know that you can do it.
Build your resume.
And yeah, like exactly like she said, build your resume. So yeah, I was looking at breedings online, and to be honest with you, I wasn't too picky. I just wanted puppies right away, so that I can start this. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I'm looking for good breeding, but like, I really wasn't like, I don't know. I mean, I'm don't get me wrong, I'm happy with the breeding, but anyway, I don't know. I found something on Facebook. The mom was an HRCH, and the dad is probably one of the best dogs, I would say, in the nation right now. Excuse me.
What's his name again? Ice Needs Whiskey.
Ice Needs Whiskey. I believe he's now a 9-time Grand Hunting Retriever champion.
That's
I think he's
wild.
only 6 years old.
That's
6 or 7. Master Hunter, Master National, QAA, Upland Hunter. I mean, you name it, he's done it. So he's a fantastic dog. So they, HRCH, the mom, her name was Roxy, I believe. They had pups together, and this guy was out of Manila, Arkansas. So we didn't really think much of it. We're like, cool, let's take a road trip down. Like, let's do it. So,
which was a really fun road trip. We made a pit stop in Nashville, and we spent a couple nights in Nashville on the way there, since we didn't have any dogs with us going there.
Nashville is awesome. If you've never been there, I recommend that to anybody. I mean, if it's not your scene, like if you're on the country music, you'll probably hate it. But like, I live and breathe country music. So we had a blast.
Watching people live perform.
It's so awesome.
It's amazing.
Favorite bar in Nashville?
Oh, what was that? Was it Old Red?
Yeah.
Old Red.
Blake Shelton's bar.
But I also really like. Isn't Tootsie's one of them?
Yeah, it wasn't too.
You didn't like that?
I mean, it's cool because like a lot of people perform there. Like, really anybody that's made it has been there. It was weird.
One was that bar that we sat in kind of like the corner and got food?
Too. I don't remember that.
Gosh, that was a really good one.
I think that was one of the first ones we went to.
Yeah.
But yeah, the live music is awesome. Chiefs was cool too.
Yes, Chiefs. We did not go into Morgan Wallen's because the line was so long, and we did not go into.
This was too much, and
Kid Rock. We didn't go into there because the lines were crazy, and we went in like off season, I would say, of when people go to Nashville. Like, we went in November, right? Because they were born in October. Yeah, we went in November, like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. So I don't know why there were so many people there, but the lines were crazy.
Chiefs, we actually bought tickets. I think they were like $20 to a show, and it was just a bunch of songwriters. And I didn't know any of them, but I'm like, this is going to be cool. So they played some of their songs that they've written. One of the guys writes for Morgan Wallen, Lies, 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 which was like number 1 on the charts for a long time. He sang that because he wrote it. So that was sweet. And then the other 2 guys were singing a lot of Chase Rice songs.
Little Red Race Car, right?
Red Race Car was one of them. And we're in the front row, and I'm singing every word to this song.
Because we know it. We love Chase Rice.
And the guy came up to me afterwards, and he's like, how did you know every word to that song? And I'm like, I'm obsessed with Chase Rice.
Yeah, you're talking to the biggest Chase Rice fans you'll probably ever meet. So.
Yeah, so I was like, that's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I liked meeting those guys, and I still follow all of them on Instagram.
Yeah.
They're cool.
So yeah, Nashville was an absolute blast. So that was like the halfway point from here to Arkansas. Here meaning Pittsburgh. So yeah, then we got up, I don't know, Sunday or Monday morning, I don't know what it was. And then made another maybe 10 to 12 hours.
Was it?
Maybe 8.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. I don't think it was quite halfway. I think we drove longer to Nashville than to Nashville to Arkansas. But I'm not sure.
We probably left Nashville around 6 a.m.
Yeah. We probably got there around 3, I would say.
Yeah. And then we met the woman, the lady, the wife. She was there with
and the
kids, and they had like the most like Southern accent you could think of. What did she say to us?
I don't even remember.
She's like, "You're not getting rid of these ones."
Yeah, she's like, "You ain't getting rid of these ones." And I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Like, well, we didn't travel this far for nothing. So.
Yeah.
And then, do you remember those tundra swans that flew by? There was like going up.
Oh, the puppies looked up at them?
I don't remember if they did or not, but that was sweet too. Like, that's a good omen.
But yeah, so go ahead. We
picked them up. And they were like kind of good on the way home. Yeah,
just a few accidents, obviously, because they didn't really know where to go potty. Like, you know what I mean? They were so small. Oh my gosh.
We had a medium gunner in the back. We took Bethany's car, which is an SUV. We had a medium in the trunk, but I would say the majority of the time they slept at your feet.
At my feet, on my lap. Oh my gosh. I love puppy cuddles.
Yeah.
Talking about this makes me want to get another one. So you need to call me crazy because oh my gosh.
But yeah, I mean, it could have been a lot worse. I mean, we stopped every 2 or 3 hours. But we were drained. I remember when we got home.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't sure how Brantley was gonna react, but he did fine. Yeah. And he was just like, "What the hell are these?"
That first night was rough. We did not sleep at all.
No, I remember for the first 2 or 3 months, we set our alarms every night for 12, 3, and 6. And me and you would like alternate.
It was every 2 hours at first.
12, 2, 4, and 6.
12, 2, 4, and 6. And
we did that for months.
Yes.
And I get it. Like, you know, kids are the same way. So
yeah, we're talking as
one up people with kids, but
this is just our experiences. Yeah, this is just how it happened.
But yeah, they became ours, and I would say probably within 4 to 5 months, you kind of hit me with we're not getting rid of Pilot.
Yeah, Pilot is my baby. I mean, he's attached to my hip.
Yeah, he is.
He's a mama's boy, and I knew that I was going to be distraught, and I knew that, I mean, we'll get to Deuce. We'll get to why we were so upset about Deuce in a second, but even just the thought of me thinking about getting rid of Pilot wasn't so much that I was going to be sad. It was more so of him like searching for me that I was most sad about. Like, every time I thought about that, I would just break down in tears because like I everybody says, you know, oh, they won't think that, they'll forget you, they'll like, you know, but do you know? Like, do you actually know what dogs are thinking? Like, we have no idea. So that was like really hard for me to think about that with Pilot and Deuce eventually, but Pilot like was really attached to my hip, so that hit me early.
But with like after you said that, there was probably another 2 or 3 months that went by where I was just like, no, we're getting rid of both of them.
Yeah.
And then like, I don't know, towards the end,
I was questioning my life choices at that
towards like before they hit the 1 year mark, I was like, all right, we'll keep Pilot. Which Deuce is more so my guy. So that kind of sucked. But I was like, whatever, we'll keep one. We had so much work involved with all of them. It's like, man, do I really want to start over again with another puppy? You know, we force fetched, obedience, all that stuff. They were running good singles. They were great in water. Pilot struggled a little bit in water first, but then he got the hang of it, just like any other lab. But yeah, so then I guess we settled on keeping Pilot and selling Deuce. So then we got his started title, and even before that, we had him basically on the market. And we got
We had both of them on the market.
Yeah, I think we did have Milo
and
on the
then
market.
you took them off.
Yeah. But then it was just strictly Deuce. And man, the process of dealing with people with started dogs um, was rough.
Really?
I mean, yeah, you know, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you went through it more than I did. You handled all the inquiries. You handled. Tell us about it.
I mean, just the amount of just tire kickers out there, right? Just so many people that, I mean, I talked to so many people on the phone for probably hours. I mean, like individually, like hours.
And they were just telling you their life story.
Yeah, I mean, which is like,
which is good.
Rapport with these people, yeah. And I was interviewing them too because I wanted to see who's go to the right place. But so many people were just like, yeah, like I want him, like I'll take him. And then I was like, it got to the point where it was like, if you're not sending me a deposit, then I'm not entertaining this anymore. And then you'd hear from them the next day, it's like, hey, I'm out. Or hey, I got this one a lot. Hey, I talked to my wife. We're not getting a puppy. So it was just so much wasted time. And extremely, extremely frustrating. But apparently everybody goes through it. And even one of our friends, she went through it with horses too, training horses to a certain level. I don't know what they call it. And then trying to get rid of a horse, not get rid of a horse, rehome a horse was the same situation for her too. Very, very stressful. But, eventually we did find a good fit for Deuce. Gentleman that owned a guide business and taxidermy. He was a guide, waterfowl guide, hog hunting, and just like a true outdoorsman and a true entrepreneur um, who lived down on the east coast of Texas. So that would, I mean, we talked for probably weeks, and he was just a stand up guy, so I wasn't really getting weird vibes from him. And then eventually he started sending us deposits, week after week. And we're like, well, okay, well, we did it. We sold Deuce.
We had plans to make the trip down the week before Thanksgiving. Was it the week? Yeah, it was like the week before, right? No,
it was way before that.
It was a few weeks before Thanksgiving. October. Yeah, it was in October. And yeah, so
we settled on a date and we thought, full steam ahead, like we did it. So then we probably had like another month or 6 weeks with him. And like that time, like the beginning stages of that, like didn't sink in to us. So, I was coming home and it would cross my mind like, hey, I'm not gonna see Deuce anymore. But then I would kind of get over it and play with him. But I also should mention that he also agreed that he would send him back to us beginning in March, to do more training on him and get his season title, hopefully. So that kind of helped ease our mind a little bit.
Like we're gonna see him again. Yeah. So it's okay.
But yeah, those first weeks after I was okay, and then towards the end, like, I remember coming home and you were crying, like.
I know, because I pictured you, because the dogs all meet Jordan at the gate. Yeah. Like when Jordan comes, as soon as they hear those tires like on our street, the dogs are like at the gate. Yeah. And that was the saddest part, is like watching Deuce do that. And I know I'm just so like hyping this up and being so dramatic right now, but we were so sad.
And in the back of my head, when we started this, I want to say probably 98% of everybody was like, you're not going to do this. You're not going to sell them.
It pissed you off.
It did. And it made me want to do it even more.
Yeah.
And I had that in the back of my head a lot. Like, I have to do this. I have to do this. But then it just came to a point, like, like that week before, like we're literally finalizing the details with this guy. So, that week it started to set in. Like I was just getting like, yeah, I just had that tight feeling in my chest, like, just that sadness, like that he wasn't going to be around anymore. And the night before, me and you were just
packed.
We were packed, ready to go. Me and you were, we were just, we were both crying.
Not doing good at all.
And, just like rethinking everything. Like, are we making the right decision? And then I remember, I don't know if you do, but me and you were in the kitchen, and I was getting water out of the fridge.
Oh gosh, you're gonna make me cry.
And
this was so sad.
Weren't turned towards the living room, but then like me and you both turned around, and Deuce was just sitting there, literally sitting there with a bone in his mouth, like one of his toys. And it was like he was telling us, like,
please keep me.
Either please keep me, or like, hey, if you're gonna get rid of me, at least take this with me.
Yeah.
Because like that was his toy. So.
Oh my god.
Like seeing that was like, all right.
Yeah.
I don't think we can do this. So.
Well, it wasn't until like we gave it like an hour. Like after that, I took a shower. I was bawling in the shower.
And then you came out and you were still crying.
I came out and I was still crying. I thought if I got a shower, I'd feel better. Like I was just trying to do anything to like make me feel better. And then because honestly, I was at the point where I knew Jordan was so upset. So I didn't want him to see me crying because like I didn't want him to think that like, oh, like I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like it would be too hard on me. So like I was trying to like not I didn't mind crying in front of you. It was just the fact that like I didn't want you to see how hard it was on me because I knew that you wanted to sell these dogs and to really start this business. And like internally in my mind, I was like, Bethany, you just gotta get through it. Like this is his business, this is work. Like you just gotta grind through it and you just gotta do it. This might be the hardest thing you ever do, but you just gotta sell this dog. And I kept telling myself that, but that night before, I just could not control myself.
And that's kind of when it started sinking in. Like, I'm not gonna be able to change her mind. But I was also in the same boat. Like, I was extremely sad. So I just knew something was wrong, and like we couldn't do it.
We sat on the couch. Like after we saw Deuce do that, like an hour later, we sat on the couch, and I looked at Jordan, and I was like, what if we just don't do it? Like we were both thinking it at this time. We just like didn't say it out loud to each other. And I just said it. And I said, what if we just don't do it? And Jordan like looked up at me and he like it was like he was like, okay, like you're okay with this too?
But I remember saying like, you know what, I don't even care what anyone thinks. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, and a lot of that was like a lot of us doing it was fueled by one, we wanted to start this business and to like be successful, but two, everyone kept telling us you couldn't do it, you couldn't do it. So I mean, the way that you get motivated is someone tells you you can't do it, then you want to do it even more.
100%.
And like that was it too. Like you wanted to prove to everybody that you could do it. And it's not like you were concerned about what they thought of you in that moment, but at the same time, it's,
And it wasn't helping either when, like, I remember my parents came by to essentially say bye to Deuce. And I remember the whole time they were like real, sports about it. Like, they weren't like, oh my God, we're going to miss you, and like making us sad because they knew we were sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
your mom just kept saying, you guys will be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fetching geese. Like they were so supportive the whole time.
And I just remember like just always trying to change the subject, like talk about something else. And then my Aunt Kathy and Uncle Mike wanted to come by and say bye to him. And then I didn't know this. I think they were like, oh, we can't make it or something. And then we ended up seeing them the next day, the day we were supposed to leave for Texas. And my Uncle Mike ended up saying something like I couldn't even come by and
say bye because we were too sad.
Yeah, he didn't even want to deal with it either. So that's like when it was like really sinking in, like, all right, we made the right decision.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to talk about, so I couldn't, I'm a man of my word. Like if I say something, I want to stand by it, especially when it comes to like business, and either my career or, these side businesses. So I made Bethany
it's okay.
that phone call, but you're better in that situation. Like you're more.
You get embarrassed about this, but it's not a big deal. Like,
yeah,
like who cares? Like, I made the call because Jordan was a little bit too nervous about breaking his word to this guy. Like, he's a huge man.
It's what any guy does. Let your wife do it.
Yeah. And so I called him, and he was at like his son's football game, so I could barely hear this guy, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a horrible conversation. But and I just started blabbering. I mean, I just started talking a million miles a minute. And I don't know really what I said because I just blacked out kind of. And he like stops me mid sentence and he goes, listen, let me stop you right there. He was like, let me put you at ease and say this couldn't have come at a better time. And I was like, oh my gosh, my heart just sunk. And I'm not going to say this man's business to the world, but I mean, it couldn't have come at a better time for him, and he was okay with it. And that conversation went as best as it could, and it was just a sign from God that maybe this was all meant to happen this way, because not everybody would have taken it that well. I mean, you paid for a dog and you put a down payment on a dog, and then the breeder is going to tell you, oh no, we're not sending that dog. That's pretty bad. That looks pretty bad on a business. And I was just really scared about how that was going to go, but it couldn't have gone any better. And we're just really thankful for that.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, so we sent him all of his money back, and we sent him like an additional little sum because he did spend a lot of money, preparing for Deuce. Like he bought a kennel, he bought, stuff to train him, all of that type of stuff. So we sent him a little bit more, and yeah, all is well with that now. So
yeah, I mean, we definitely felt bad, but at the same time, like I said earlier, I was at the point where I really didn't care what anyone thought. Like I'm keeping this dog, and we definitely made the right call. We haven't looked back since. Don't get me wrong, 3 dogs right now is absolutely chaotic. We don't. We're The only time we really relax is when we go to bed because they're getting better now. Though I mean, they're sleeping kind of by us around like 8 o'clock. They'll start to like snuggle up by us. They're fighting a lot too. The brothers, Pilot and Deuce.
Yeah, they're like testosterone is really elevated right now, and they're very like Pilot's territorial over me, Deuce is territorial over Jordan, over toys, over water, over food. And then Brantley's fixed, so, or neutered or whatever you call it. He just like chills. He doesn't give a care in the world. He's not territorial. He's not anything, but these dogs aren't fixed. So
yeah, they go at it sometimes, but it's all fun and games, I guess, until somebody gets hurt. But then, yeah, that next day we ended up. It was the first day of duck, so we went, and we got like 6 or 7 ducks that day, and it was awesome. Pilot and Deuce both got their first retrieves literally at the same time. Like Pilot went after one, and then Deuce went after one. And we have a cool video where they're both coming back. Bethany has it from one angle, and I have it from another, and it was cool to see. And like it was just meant to be. Like I called Aunt Kathy and Uncle Mike and told them like, hey, we're keeping them, and they were like, well, and this was like it.
No, we didn't call them. We texted them at first, and then as soon as we said that, your Aunt Kathy and Uncle Mike called us. Yeah. It was like, do you want to go hunting?
Yeah, it was like 8 o'clock, and they're like, well, shit, we might as well go hunting tomorrow. And I'm like, I'm in. Let's do it. So we took all 3 dogs. So it was so much fun that day. We'll talk about that in a later episode, like a recap. But that was awesome. And then Bethany made an absolute awesome post. Check it out on our Instagram and Facebook.
On Webbed Outlaws, not Retriever Handler.
Okay, yeah. Basically just summarizing how we should be in Texas right now, but we're not. And the comments and text messages we got from that was also kind of set in with like, okay, we made the right decision. Like a lot of people that, I've talked to in passing or on Instagram before, and like they were commenting like, you made the right choice. I don't know how people do it. And I truly don't know how people do this. And maybe it's because like we had them sleeping in the basement. It's heated and AC and everything. Hoping that would
detach us from them.
Yes. But it didn't.
So yeah, we won't be doing that again. We won't be lessons learned, right? That's one lesson learned, this whole thing. You can't go through life without a little bit of lessons learned. So
yeah, I think the next step would be, once we get some more property and a bigger house, sending us like a 6-month-old dog and doing whatever you kind of, we again would probably start at the started level. Like, hey, we'll get us him or hers.
Him and hers.
they, thems.
No.
Started title or season title or whatever. We'll deal with that when the time comes. But yeah, as for right now, I guess we're at a little bit of a holding pattern.
Yeah,
but Web Outlaws.
I mean, we can't say that this isn't going to build our resume still, like we were thinking in the first place, because now we'll have 3 dogs under our belt. Jordan's trying to go to finished with both of these dogs, which is something we've never done before. We didn't. If you listen to our first episode, you'll hear why we didn't go to finished with Brantley and his health conditions. But Jordan's trying to get both of these dogs their finished passes, right? Finished titles. Season this year, but eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually finish, so that'll be exciting, and that'll add to our resume. And
then also we should probably mention that the plan also for them is health wise and see how far they go, but eventually stud them out so that we can carry on that good legacy and gene pool, because like I said, their dad's an absolute rock star. So I think that the pedigree itself is too good to waste. So we hope to get them as far as we can. With them, I with Brantley, I was okay with the season title. With how good and their potential right now, I won't be happy with anything under an HRCH.
Yeah, finished.
Yeah, finished title. So that's the plan for right now.
But we got some milestones to meet before that.
Yeah.
That'll be fun though.
Yeah.
It's always fun watching it click.
It's us and the dogs against the world. Anything else you want to say about that story?
I don't think so.
I think we hit on all the major points. It was a whirlwind, I'll tell you that. Raising 3 puppies at one time is no joke.
Yeah.
But we did it.
We did it.
And
we are doing it actively.
That's basically what it boils down to is, okay, like we proved to ourselves that we can do this, right? We, with like Bethany said, we just had 1 dog under our belt. So now we have 2 more dogs that we know that we can get started titles on. So knock on wood, we're still undefeated and started. Which, I mean, I'm sure like 98% of people that do this are still undefeated and started. But yeah, that's the rise and fall of Webbed Outlaw Retrievers.
So now Webbed Outlaw is what is it called? DBA under Retriever Handler?
No, Webbed Outlaw is like the main company.
Oh, and then Retriever Handler is under Webbed Outlaw. So they're kind of one and the same. They're kind of one and the same, but not really. We'll see where it leads us. We're open to anything the world wants to throw at us. Let's just do it.
The pilot is moaning right now, but so we have a good amount of guests lined up for some of the shows coming up. Some pretty high profile people that I'm actually really excited about. I'm not going to give away the names yet, but a lot, some of them you may have heard of. Definitely the companies that they're associated with for sure. So yeah, we are actively looking for guests right now. I've been sending out some messages, and everyone so far has gotten back to me, and it was like, yeah, let's do it. I'd be happy to jump on, which is really cool. And in this community, like I didn't really think anything different, right? Like there's just something different about
everybody's willing to talk. Yeah. Everybody's willing to help each other out. I mean, even the tests that we go to, everybody's so helpful.
Yeah. It's like a different breed, I guess, like the hunting community and the dog training community. Don't get me wrong, there's some outliers out there that you don't want to talk to or associate with, but the majority of everyone's awesome. So we are really excited about where this is going to go and the plans that we have for the future. So how far is that? 49 minutes. Holy cow.
49 minutes.
Yeah. So
we only cut twice.
We're getting better at this thing.
Yeah.
Bethany's ordered way too much stuff that
no, I didn't.
We'll kind of working on a new studio.
It'll be in our basement and it'll have a nice backdrop, and we won't be in camping chairs next episode.
These are kind of comfy.
Okay. This is so us.
Yeah,
like
100%.
Like, what?
What they don't know is when we're done with this, I take this into the living room and sit on
No,
this.
you don't.
But yeah, I think this is a good time to end it.
If you guys want to give us a like and a follow and maybe a comment on our YouTube, Spotify, and Apple podcasts, we're available wherever you get your podcasts.
Yep.
So subscribe, follow, and we'll see you next time.
Chasing ribbons.
Fetching ducks.